FreeBSD reviews, tutorials and gaming.
Here we are on NomadBSD 1.1. It's been a while since I reviewed the other one, which was NomadBSD 1.01, I think. So we'll see what's changed, what's different. And I like what I'm seeing already. I have got particularly fondness for NomadBSD, because you're not going to get many reviews on there. It's a live BSD distribution that's really meant for a USB stick or mobile hard drive or something that you take around you or on the move. It's you could, I suppose, use it as a desktop, but that's not really what it's meant to be for. You can install your own programs and applications. It will save documents that you save to it. It creates a user home folder, which then you can save your documents that you're working on. The utmost security of this is paramount. There's an option during installation where you can encrypt the home folder using Geli. Absolutely brilliant. I love this very much. I love this tiny little distribution of BSD, which is based upon FreeBSD, and the goals which they set themselves and they've achieved. It's brilliant. If you click on this, you'd think it brings up an alternative menu to the right click on an empty desktop, but if you click on it, it brings up the system function menu, really, if you want to log out, to reboot, shut down or suspend, or indeed put it to sleep with a timer, which is unusual. It might lead to a little bit of confusion with some people, but you know, once you get used to the right clicking on the desktop, I think it'll flow quite easily. So, I normally, like in the previous video when I was reviewing GhostBSD, I'm not one for going down all the different applications in the distribution, because I think, you know, you can delete them and add to them and a lot, but if it's set itself up as an all-in-one complete unit, then I think you should cover the install applications, and NomadBSD really is one of those cases. It's a self-contained I would say micro distribution, but it's only very small with a specific goal, and so I will have a quick rundown of all the install applications, because there is quite a few in this, and configuration options, the few that there are, and I'll give my conclusion at the end. So, audio and video, you have Asunder CD Ripper, Audacity, Cantata, Deadbeef, DSP Mixer, VLC, and XF Burn. Development, you've got GTK Plus Demo, Icon Browser, and Widget Factory. Graphics, you've got Fe. Oh, I love Fe. Fe is a program I've used for many years. Then you've got GIMP, GTCam, Mirage, and Xane. Network, you've got FileZilla, Firefox, HexChat, MailReader, Pale Moon, which I've just covered recently in 5 alternative browsers for FreeBSD. Pigeon, Transmission, Q-Transmission that is, Sulfeed, Thunderbird. Interesting, you've got 2 mail clients. Now, there will be some people who think, well, you know, why have you got the repetition? Well, you've also got repetition between Firefox and Pale Moon, and Sulfeed and Thunderbird. It's just another choice, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, maybe, yeah, sure, they could slim it down to 1, which I wouldn't like to pick, but for perhaps universal compatibility and familiarity, then it may be Firefox, and then same with Thunderbird. But I don't know. Sulfeed is lightweight. Pale Moon is lighter than Firefox, so maybe it's a matter of, if you're running this on a slow computer, then it would be good to have them lighter alternatives. I mean, you know, it's just a guess. If you're running on a super mega, you know, whatever they are now, i7 and above, then the bigger Office suites and browser suites would be better. It would be quite fine. But if you're running it on older hardware, or you're not going to know what you're going to be plugging in next, I think it's sensible to go for the lighter weight. Wi-Fi Networks Manager. I've done that one, yeah. Office. I was surprised to see that you've still got a large Office suite on this, which is good. Because then it really does become a very useful little addition to sit on a USB stick in your pocket. We'll see what version it is for those who like to know. Looks like one of the latest ones. It's not going to win Speed Awards for starting up, but then again, it is a large Office program running off a USB 2 USB stick. So speed wise, we're not going to win it up. We're going to do it. Give it a bit longer. Well, we'll try it again. It could have crashed. Actually, okay. I don't think it's working. Well, that's a shame, because I knew it worked last time when I last reviewed 1.01, but we'll try it again. We'll try it from the command line this time. Hello, writer. Ah, look. So we have a slightly ICU problem, I think. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and see if I can update things. See, this is unusual. This wasn't in the last one, and it looks like a library version incompatibility there. Okay. And we'll see what upgrades are needed. Okay, reinstall, dependency changes, blah, 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 blah. ICU. Installed, upgraded, okay. And I'll come back after the upgrade is finished. Right, we're back after the update, and we'll try LibreOffice again. And yeah, it's working this time. That was actually quite quick, so it must have cached something from last time. Yeah. So anyway, LibreOffice works now. It's a shame it needed to be updated for it to work. I'll get onto the NomadBSD developers to let them know. That's if they already don't know about the little quirk. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of the things. You got QPDF view. Always useful to see your PDF files. For your settings, you got a monitor adjuster, desktop preferences, DSP auto start, DSP display settings. File Manager, modify the set the GTK theme. I think these are actually, they will stick because they'll alter the configuration files in your home folder. So you'll only have to do these once. Open Box Configuration Manager, Panel Manager, Preferred Applications, twice. Okay, let's have a look at that. And then we'll look at the second one. Okay, so you have two preferred applications. Web browser, mail client, web browser, that, and sulfate that. Interesting. And that one's got utilities as well. So a bit of repetition on that case. So settings, you got that one there, Qt5 settings. Alright, okay, that's fine. That's if you want to tweak the look of it. For your system, you got bulk rename, which is always a handy utility to have, really is. DSBB Batman for your laptops, DSBMC, which is you plugged in. I did say it was attached devices, but your drives, but it is actually plug-in attachments. DSBU for your elevated file permissions. PC Man FM, Midnight Commander. Again, slight repetition, but in this case it's alright because one is obviously a graphical one and one is a text-based one. OctoPKG, yeah, I'm not always keen on that. Open folders of Funa, Tint2, printer configuration, and Xterm. You got Compton, DSB exec, Figaro's password manager, which is an excellent password keeper. File manager, which is let's have a look. That won't let me. Oh, it's a bit slow, but we got there. Funa, yeah. Calculator, GVim, Givantium Manager, LeafPad, Sakura, Terminal Emulator. So Sakura is a terminal emulator anyway. I don't know what the difference is, but a bit of repetition there. They have it twice. Vim and Xarchiver. Obviously switch desktops. Add and remove desktop, reconfigure. That's if you make any changes. I think it reloads. Obviously lock screen, log out, and update menu if you've installed anything. So we will try. It goes against what I want to do, but I'll install a program and see if it updates on the menu. Is this going to be any quicker than it usually is? See, it's not automatically updated the thing in a slow way that GhostBSD did, which is good. We'll try mock, as we always do. Do we have any mock? There he is, look. Install. Okay. Yeah. The buttons are slightly rearranged on this one. That's interesting, okay. Then it asks for your password rather than first time. That's fine, that's okay. That's almost in a sulfide way of doing it. You're missing dependencies. Are we done? There's a few red ones there. Okay, so we'll come out of that. And we will try reconfigure. No, we'll try update menu, audio video. Hasn't added to it. I didn't think it would if it was a terminal. No, it's not mock. It's mock P. Mock P. Right, yeah, well it works. We'll try a graphical one, shall we? Up to a PKG. Ooh, name of a thing. We'll try Caden Live. Okay. It's probably going to be a big install, and maybe should have chosen something smaller. Yeah, we'll install it. Just going to check it's not already on the system. No. I should have chosen something more lightweight, but we'll see. If this is a long install, I'll edit this and I'll see you when it's installed. Right, now that that's finished, we'll go back to the main menu and see. So we've installed Caden Live. We'll see if it's updated. So I'll go to the menu and it's not on there, so we'll go to update menu. And look, there we go. We can control the mouse now. There's a few extras like Exine is on there, but you'll see that Caden Live is now there again. If we go to the menu, we'll have a look at, after updating the menu, if you go there, see that's a new service, and also Caden Live is now there, with the addition of Exine as well. And simple screen recorder as well being added, that's pretty cool. Let's see if it starts up on this. So yeah. Yep. Well, missing FM play, I always get that. It works fine without it. And there's Caden Live running off NomadBSD on a USB stick. Very good. So yeah, you can add programs to it, you can add applications to it. I think NomadBSD is a wonderful, brilliant, simple idea of having a mobile version of FreeBSD pre-configured, pre-installed with applications that you most probably need, that you can take anywhere and do real work on. It stores all your files and settings in the home folder, which is writable. The downside of it is the shenanigans with the LibreOffice. That was a shame, and that would require looking at. There is an libicu version difference, but once you install the latest version of LibreOffice it will work, but that's not always a practical thing to do every time that you want to do some quick word processing, and I'm going to let the developers know that there was a problem. There's one or two errors in the installed packages. We get a few messages flashing up, and there's an issue with one or two repetitions of options in the menu. One or two of them I can understand that. If you want a lightweight version of thing, then there's a heavyweight version and then a light version. And that's fine. That's okay. But there are, for instance, in the settings where you had two versions of the same configuration, just that one of them allowed you to tweak one or two extra things, that was a waste. And two entries for terminal, which actually called up the same terminal emulator, and plus there was one for Xterm. So it's just one or two little niggles. It's only version 1.1. It's still early days, but I do think it's a fantastic operating system. It's a fantastic idea and something that is sorely needed, I think. I remember years back making a mobile version of Ubuntu that I could take into public library, do my work on that. After having explained to the librarian that it's not going to infect the computer with a virus, I could do my work on that, save to the USB stick, disconnect, power down, disconnect, and gone. No trace of anything is left on a public access computer. Now that's brilliant, and I like that. And it's the same with this. This can do the same thing. Just one or two quirks that needed to be sorted out, I think. But once that's done, which they're on it, I mean, it's easily done. The things are easily done, and no doubt the developers already know about it anyway. But apart from that, yeah, once that's sorted out, you've got a fantastic system, and I wholeheartedly recommend it to have a look at. See if it can fit into your lifestyle in any way. Send them messages of support to the developers, and just generally, yeah, be glad that we have someone who's doing this. Anyway, that's a review for NomadBSD 1.1, and I'll catch you next time.